And good afternoon, everybody. My name is Payne, and you're listening to another edition of MLB The Show 20 simulation broadcast. Today, we're here at Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati, Ohio, for a National League matchup between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Cincinnati Reds. The Cincinnati Reds finished their 2020 season with heartbreak and frustration. Embarrassment, I don't know if embarrassment is the right word, but it's nearly that, as they got swept by the Atlanta Braves, which is a surprise. Looking at their statistics in the 2020 season, they had a pretty solid pitching, and one of the major additions to that pitching staff last year was the Cy Young winner for 2020, Trevor Bauer. Facing off against him will be Aaron Nola. Trevor Bauer currently in talks with a number of teams in free agency, but forever in this game, he will be a Cincinnati Red with teams, not players, teams like the Dodgers, Padres, and Mets looking at where he will place during the offseason. As the Phillies and Reds will get started, the starting pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies is Aaron Nola. He'll get his stats up a little later, but first for Trevor Bauer, he finished the 2020 season with a 5-4 record, but what got him the Cy Young Award was his ERA. In 11 starts, he had an ERA of 1.73, allowing 14 earned runs in 73 innings, walking 17, striking out 100 batters during the 2020 season. Leading off for the Phillies will be Bryce Harper. Will be the first of three Phillies hitters in the top of the first. It will be in front of the starting catcher, JT Realmuto, and the left fielder, Andrew McCutchen. As Harper gets in position, he has a .268 batting average in the 2020 season, led the team in home runs with 13 and 33 RBIs on the year. The first pitch from Bauer is up and in the zone. And the count start off at 0-1. First pitch is a strike from Trevor Bauer. Here's the lineup of the Philadelphia Phillies, who finished the 2020 season third in the National League East Division with a 28-32 record behind the Atlanta Braves and the Miami Marlins. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss on a knuckle curve, 0-2. As Bauer throws to the starting catcher, Tucker Barnhart for Cincinnati. Realmuto and McCutchen will follow. The 0-2 pitch, that one's a fly ball. This one going right near the line in right field. Back goes Aquino, and he will jump, and it will fall into the Cincinnati bullpen. Bryce Harper with 13 home runs on the season, and he has just given the Phillies an early lead with a solo shot right near the right field foul pole. And the Phillies getting the momentum early as that ball gets away from the right fielder, Aristides Aquino, right near the line. It looked like Aquino had a shot.
And he takes him deep right there to set the tone.
And Harper swinging at a high fastball. They give the Phillies an early 1-0 lead, 13 home runs, 33 RBIs, a .268 average. And now we go to the starting catcher, JT Realmuto, a .266 hitter in 47 games. First pitch is strike one call. The rest of the lineup for Philadelphia, batting cleanup, first baseman Rhys Hoskins, the second baseman Cesar Hernandez, and the third baseman Gene Segura. The 0-1 pitch, that one is a fly ball foul past the left field line. And the count will go to 0-2. The center fielder, Scott Kingery, bats seventh. Michael Franco, the shortstop, bats eighth. And the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss on a high fastball above the zone. And Trevor Bauer gets his first strikeout of the day for the first out of the top of the first inning. What a quick response by Bauer after allowing that solo home run. And now bring up the starting left fielder, Andrew McCutchen, with a batting average of .253, 10 home runs, 34 RBIs on the year. First pitch will go for a ball, 1-0. Batting ninth will be the starting pitcher, Aaron Nola. The defensive lineup for Cincinnati on the mound is Bauer. Behind the plate is Tucker Barnhart. And Bauer in the stretch, 1-0 to McCutchen, swing and a miss. He evens it up at 1-1 on the fastball. And the infield for Cincinnati, at third base, Eugenio Suarez. At shortstop is Freddie Galvis. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. McCutchen reaching for that slider on the other side of the plate. And makes the count 1-2. And the windup, the 1-2 pitch by Bauer, a foul ball for another slider. McCutchen getting a piece of that one. At second base is Jose Peraza. First base is Joey Votto. Into the outfield after this next pitch. The 1-2 pitch by Bauer. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Bauer has 2 strikeouts on the night.
This tells me a lot about this guy. He's done a real nice job bouncing back from that home run to strike out the next 2 guys. Sometimes
They'll get him for the second strikeout of the day. Here's the starting first baseman, Rhys Hoskins, who has just been an absolute presence since he started playing for the Phillies regularly in 2020 at a .245 average with 10 home runs on the year. First pitch under the zone, 1-0. Rhys Hoskins, one of 5 Phillies hitters with over 10 home runs on the year. D.D. Gregorius has 10, Andrew McCutchen with 10, Bryce Harper 13, G.T. Realmuto with 11, and Hoskins has 10. As I mentioned earlier, the 1-0 pitch, a fastball on the outside corner, 1-1, called strike. On the outfield at left is Jesse Winker, at center field is Nick Senzel, and at right field is Aristides Aquino. The count at 1-1, Bauer, the windup and the pitch. It is a strike 2 called on a curveball in the outside corner. Gary Simmons, the home plate umpire. For today's game, we'll see a fair amount of him.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
And Bauer ahead of the count again, 1-2, swing and a miss. What a recovery by Trevor Bauer. After allowing the solo home run by Bryce Harper, he strikes out the side. But again, the Phillies will get the lead to start off this game as we go to the bottom of the first inning. Phillies 1, Reds coming up. And we are now back in the bottom of the first inning. Aaron Nola walking to the plate. He is the starting pitcher for the Phillies today. A .500 record of 5-5 with an ERA of 3.28 in 12 starts during the 2020 season. 26 earned runs, 71 and a third innings pitched. Walking 23 and struck out 96. So both guys, they know how to strike out some hitters. Leading off for Cincinnati is Eugenio Suarez. First pitch is a fastball down and in.
These Phillies,
called strike
here tonight, fellas,
0-1.
come in a real funk.
And the first 3 hitters for the Reds, the third baseman Eugenio Suarez, the first baseman Joey Votto, and the second baseman Jose Peraza. Nola, the windup in the stretch, 0-1 inside, evens the count at a ball and a strike. The rest of the lineup for the 31-29 Cincinnati Reds, they finished second place in the National League Central behind the Chicago Cubs by 3 games, and they lost in the National League Division Series, being shut out in 2 games against the Atlanta Braves. In the middle of the lineup, Tucker Barnhart is the catcher, and Aristides Aquino batting after him. The 1-1 pitch is a strike 2 called just in the zone under the knees of Suarez, and Nola's ahead of the count at 1-2. The windup and the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and Aaron Nola strikes out Eugenio Suarez for the first out in the bottom of the first inning. The Phillies currently holding a 1-0 lead after a solo home run by Bryce Harper, but other than that, it's just been all Ks, and all forward Ks, as all the strikeouts so far have been swinging, as Trevor Bauer, struck out J.T. Realmuto, Andrew McCutchen, and Rhys Hoskins to start things off in the first. And the first pitch from Nola to Joey Votto, a strike 1 called. After Aquino in the 6th spot is the center fielder Nick Senzel. Batting 7th is the left fielder Jesse Winker. Freddie Galvis, the shortstop, batting 8th, and Trevor Bauer batting 9th. And the 0-1 pitch, a fastball inside, 1-1. Joey Votto, 13 seasons in Major League Baseball, has scored over 1,000 runs. Let's see if he can get number 1,010 to tie it up if he gets on base. In the 1-1 pitch out in the zone, 2 balls and a strike. And the windup, the 2-1 pitch, that one is a blooper that's going to fall fair right near the left field line. Joey Votto is going to stay at first, and the Cincinnati Reds have their first base hit in the bottom of the first inning on a bloop single near the line by Joey Votto.
And feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
The Reds with the game-tying run on base, the opposite field bloop single there by Votto. Here's the second baseman, Jose Peraza. And the windup and the first pitch, swing and a miss. And a fastball down the middle, 0-1 to start off the at-bat.
With a runner at first now and 1 away.
Peraza trying to get his stats up here at the moment. The 0-1 pitch. This is a foul ball down the right field side. Count is at 0-2. Keep in mind for MLB The Show 20, both the Reds and the Phillies have their 2019 rosters. And they do not have the 2020 rosters. And the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3 for the second out of the first inning. Well, I guess that piece of information is irrelevant now for the time being, considering Aaron Nola has just struck out Jose Peraza in 3 pitches. Peraza with a .239 average in 141 games. I am sorry, that is tempting. But now we move on to the cleanup hitter, the starting catcher, Tucker Barnhart. Nola, the first pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 1 is Barnhart swings at a curve in 38 games and a batting average just over the Mendoza line at .204 with 20 hits, 3 doubles, 5 home runs, and 13 RBIs. Runner on first base, 1-0 Phillies in the bottom of the first. The 0-1 pitch, another curveball, this one on the top of the zone.
You're not going to
And
see
the count now at 0-2.
like that from a pitcher of this quality. I'm sure he'd like to have that one back to take a swing at it.
The Reds with a chance to tie the game here early after Bryce Harper hit a leadoff solo home run to give the Phillies a 1-0 lead. The pitch, and is a strike 3 called on the bottom part of the zone. It catches Barnhart off guard, and Aaron Nola responds by striking out the side of his own. At the end of 1, the score, Phillies 1, Reds 0.
Coming to the plate now.
Both teams with 1 hit each, but both pitchers have 3 strikeouts each so far. As Trevor Bauer will face off against the 5, 6, and 7 hitters, starting with the second baseman Cesar Hernandez. He tries to bunt for it down the third base line. It's fielded by Suarez, can't field the ball, and Cesar Hernandez gets on base with a bunt single. It gets a base hit to start off the inning. It catches the entire infield off guard. It catches Suarez off guard. And the Phillies have a runner at first base for Gene Segura. First pitch, a strike 1 call. The starting third baseman for Philadelphia. He played in 54 games for the Phillies
The pitcher would even go to the top of the
in the
zone looking for a
2020
double
season.
play in
Count
this
now at
situation.
0-2. Gene Segura with a batting average of .266. With 28 runs, 5 doubles, 7 home runs, and 25 RBIs in the season. Very solid in the shortened season. The 0-2 pitch by Bauer. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Trevor Bauer gets his 4th strikeout of the day already in the top of the second. He has struck out everybody,
outside the zone. Easier said
apart
than
from
done,
2 Phillies
that's
players,
the way
but
to do it.
to all the outs so far have been strikeouts. That is the story. Very short story so far of this game has been the pitching. But the Phillies trying to add to that 1-0 lead as Scott Kingery, the center fielder, walks up to the plate. First pitch is a foul ball past the first base side.
Is a guy that has a lot of speed, no doubt about that. And while that certainly
Kingery played in 36 games for the Phillies in the 2020 season, a batting average of 159, and this pitch gets away from the catcher Barnhart. Throw to second, try and get Hernandez, is not in time as Bauer gets a wild pitch.
Well, the graphic here isn't going to properly show just
And that will
how
advance
far that
Hernandez
pitch was
to
from the
second
strike
base,
zone.
and the
That
Phillies
thing
have a chance
wasn't even close, and I think it made the decision
to
move
double
up the
that
base
1-0
pretty
lead. It
easy to make.
looked like the curveball got away from Bauer, and Barnhart didn't respond quickly enough to keep that ball in play. That rolls behind him, and the Phillies have a runner at first base. And the 1-1 pitch will be a base hit in the right field. Staying at third base is Hernandez, and the Phillies will have runners on the corners now. Kingery taking advantage of that wild pitch. And a very solid hit gets it to the hole in right past Peraza and Votto. And with 1 out in the top of the second, the Phillies are threatening. And the first pitch from Bauer to Michael Franco
And their runners at the
will
corner.
go under the zone for a ball 1.
The 1-0.
And the 1-0 pitch upstairs. Count now,
Time to
2
start
balls, no
making some
strikes.
quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
And Michael Franco
2-0 home.
Not playing for the Phillies this year, but this is the 2019 rosters. Keep in mind the 2-0 pitch is a strike one looking. Franco currently playing for the Kansas City Royals, played in 60 games and led the league in games played. The batting average of .278, 8 home runs, 38 RBIs. A very productive season for Franco with a new team.
As a
And the
veteran out on the
2-1
mound, that's a
pitch
pitch that you expect
up and in,
to get a
3
call
balls and
on.
1 strike,
Gotta
the
believe
first
he keeps
situation
pounding that
for either
spot
pitcher
until he builds a rapport with the umpire.
in this quick game. Top of the second inning, Phillies leading 1-0 here at Great American Ballpark. They have runners on the corners. The 3-1 pitch. That one's a chopper. Fielded by Suarez. Throws to second. It gets over the bag at second base, and the throw to first will not be in time. Suarez throws high to Peraza. He's not able to touch the bag, and Kingery is safe. Peraza tries throwing first to Votto, and Votto is safe there. And my mistake, Franco is safe there, and Votto's not able to get him in time, so a run will score.
On second, Franco is over at first with 1 away.
We'll see a
Bunt attempt is
result of
blocked
that,
in
see if that's a
foul
base
ground.
hit or a error. I believe they're going to give the run to, they're going to give the RBI to Franco because it looked like he might have had a chance to beat out the throw if it succeeded. I believe it's going to be a base hit in general, too. The count now at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Aaron Nola trying to butt the runners on and is going to be out in a foul bunt on a 1-2 count. And that's going to be the second out of the inning
This is one of the problems.
for Bryce
This guy's a
Harper,
good fastball, particularly low
who
fastball
gave the
hitter.
Phillies the
It
lead
doesn't matter how hard or how low you throw it. That's right
on an
into this
0-2
wheelhouse.
count
What you want to do
with a
this
solo
guy is
home run
move
on a
the
high
ball from the
fastball
belt
from
up
Bauer.
to get him to chase something that maybe he'll
The
pop
Phillies
up in the
looking
infield.
to add some more runs on the board. They lead 2-0 with runners on first and second base. Bauer got the sign from Barnhart.
First pitch of the
Second base is
at-bat on
Kingery.
its way.
Franco at first base.
And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0.
And the first pitch is a ball 1 on the outside corner. Bauer, the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Evens the count at 1-1.
Even though it's early on in this one,
A
anytime you
huge
get
swing there by
runners in
Harper,
scoring
but he's not
position,
able to
you'd
connect.
like to knock 'em
The
in.
Phillies starting out with a leadoff bunt single by Cesar
Now the
Hernandez. It
1-1
catches
pitch.
the Reds off guard.
Swung on and
And
missed,
the
and that's
1-1
strike
pitch,
two.
a swing and a miss, strike
This
2,
hitter right
another
now
2-strike
looks
count
overmatched with the
for
fastball.
Harper.
He could go right back to it.
After a Segura strikeout, Kingery gets a base hit. Michael Franco gets an RBI and a base hit, we presume. And the 1-2 pitch goes into foul territory. Suarez running from third base and is going to make the play that's going to end the second inning, but the Reds will allow another run on the board. That is going to be an RBI single for Franco. 1 run is going to score. 3 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on. And we are now back at the bottom of the second inning. The Phillies increase their lead 2-0 over the Cincinnati
Hey, we're
Reds.
still in the early stages of this one.
And the
Only
Reds
down
looking
by
to
a couple
respond
runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try
with
to
their
get on
starting
and
right
get a big
fielder,
inning started.
Aristides Aquino. First pitch, a strike one call. And
0-1.
Aquino took the league by storm last season.
Big swing at the knuckle curve, gets nothing but air. 0-2 now.
And the 0-1 pitch,
Nothing
swing
in
and a
two
miss.
count, and the
0-2. And the 0-2 pitch, a ground ball fielded by Franco, the shortstop. Throw to
And there's
first
one down
will
now.
be in time for out number 1. Aquino out on 3 pitches for the first out of the inning. 19 home runs last season and 47 RBIs on a .259 average.
So 1 away here with
And
the
was
bases
just
empty, and that means Nick Senzel
The hottest
will
thing
dig at
in the
plate.
National League, and for even longer, the hottest thing in Major League Baseball. The first pitch from Aaron Nola to Nick Senzel, the center fielder, a strike 1 looking. It is Aquino, Senzel, and Winker.
He's ready. Here's
Senzel
the
with a 186 batting average. Only played 23 games for the Reds in the 2020 season. Fouled ball will make it an 0-2
1
count.
out, nobody on.
Aaron Nola, 19 pitches in an inning and a third so far, very
Can't
solid.
get the chase. It's 1 and
And
2.
the 0-2 pitch gets outside the zone, a ball and 2 strikes. Because these are the 2019 rosters, there's a number of guys from both teams that you'll not see in this game.
To lay off
The
there,
1-2
but he did,
pitch
and it's even up at
under
2-2.
the zone, evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-0
right here.
Philadelphia
Does
in the
not
bottom
wanna run
of
the
the
count
second
forward.
inning. Nobody on base. 1 out. Once again, bottom of the second. A 2-2 pitch by Nola
Just missed with the
inside.
2-2 count, and it runs
Just to
full
change
now.
up a little too
Boy,
in.
went from being
and
in
the
the
count is
driver's
full
seat
of
to
3
now
and
being
2.
in some trouble. Had the count
So there are
0-2,
guys
started
like
nipping at the
Shogo
corners, and
Akiyama
next thing you know, this count
at a
stands at
245
3-2.
average in 54 games. You won't see him in this
Payoff
game,
pitch
but
home.
guaranteed you'll see him in the next one.
Swung on and
And
missed.
the
He got it.
payoff pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3.
Boy, that's really
As
disappointing
Nola
for
gets
a guy
Nick
that has
Senzel's
wheels, right?
swing. That's his
All he
fourth
wants to do
strikeout of
is
the
get on
day.
base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with the strikeout right there, can't
And
get
it
on
brings
first
up
base
Jesse
if you strike
Winker.
out.
There's also a few guys from the Philadelphia Phillies that you won't see, like Alec Boehm, who had a 338 batting average in 44 games. He was one of the hottest players in the Phillies in the 2020 season.
Winker playing here in his age
Even though
26
statistically,
season.
apart from the
This is his
batting
first
average,
year at
he
the
could
big
get on
league
base,
level.
but he did not have enough power. He had 11 doubles and only 4 home runs. First pitch from Nola to Winker is a ball, the 1-0 pitch. That is a ground ball fielded by the first baseman Hoskins, who tosses it to Nola. He bobbles it before tossing it and is able to end the inning, retire the side, and that will end the second inning, a 1-2-3 inning for Aaron Nola. And the Phillies keep their 2-0 lead. And we are now back in the top of the third. The Phillies looking to extend their 2-0 lead over the Reds. Trevor Bauer against JT Realmuto. For the second time today, he struck him out swinging on 3 pitches. And Bauer, the first pitch, that is a fly ball foul. Saw something very similar from Realmuto back in the first inning, as he was able to get a pitch or 2 off him. And this one's a fly ball. This one is deep. This one is far. This one is way fair. And this one is way gone. Realmuto had a couple of really good swings just now and back in the first inning. This one is easily the best. This one connects. And the Phillies, it looks like so far they're teeing off of Bauer. First Bryce Harper, and now the starting catcher Realmuto, and the Philadelphia Phillies have a 3-0 lead.
He's given up 2 homers. Could be just
And
one
you
of
can
those
see it in
games
his
for
face
him.
right there.
We'll see how much rope
The
they give him.
pixelated
It's
face
definitely getting shorter at
that
the
he
moment.
got the pitch he wanted. That one is hit very deep, 415 feet. It looks like we can't see where that landed because of the PlayStation notification.
Here's Andrew McCutcheon.
A little bit early for that, but I can kind of understand.
Up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike.
Or at least I believe that's a
For him here in this
PlayStation.
one.
First pitch from Bauer to Andrew McCutcheon. With a strike 1 called 0-1. He struck out swinging against Bauer for the second out of the first inning. And the 0-1 pitch, this one is slapped into center field past the shortstop Galvis, fielded by the center fielder Nick Senzel, who throws it to the shortstop for a base hit. And the Phillies definitely have the momentum on their side here in the top of the third. Here's Rhys Hoskins, the first baseman. Bauer throwing the first, can't get McCutcheon.
And the runner back safely.
You got 4 stolen bases in the 2020 season. There's also a couple other guys you will not see. Didi Gregorius, Roman Quinn,
Next to
Phil
bat will be Rhys
Gosselin.
Hoskins. As he'll take a look at ball 1.
To the best of my knowledge, you won't see him in this.
Posing right-handed figure at 6'4" tall.
First pitch
This is his first
outside
year
the
at
zone,
big
ball
league
1.
level.
Bauer in some hot water here. The Phillies leading 3-0 here in the top of the third.
Ball 2 as the
And the
breaking
1-0
ball
pitch, a
misses inside.
curveball with an arc.
Hey, not a good
Just gets
spot
over
to
the
be
zone, 2
down
balls, no
2-0. This
strikes.
guy has some serious pop at the plate.
These two faced off in the first inning. Bauer striking out Hoskins to end the inning after allowing that Harper home run.
Down
And the
left field
2-0
line
pitch,
and deep.
another well-hit ball down the
Lined up
left
a
field
foul
line,
ball.
foul. It gives him his first strike of the at-bat. Saw that from Realmuto a couple of times, and look what happened. He went yard around that same
And he
spot.
fouls this one off.
And the 2-1 pitch, another curve. And Hoskins
Nobody out,
fouls it
runner on
away,
first.
this time in the other line. Evens it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes to pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Trevor Bauer strikes out Rhys Hoskins again. This is strikeout number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6
Spotted it nicely
on the
down
day
around the
for the
bottom
second
of
out
zone.
in the bottom
And when you do
of the
that,
third inning.
especially with 2
As
strikes,
we now go to the
not a
second
lot of
baseman,
guys are going to
Cesar
hurt.
Hernandez,
You're
the
gonna get a
third
lot of
baseman,
ground balls and
Eugenio
swings and
Suarez,
misses
definitely
down
looking
there.
at what this guy's going to do, as
So
he's
now
in another
to the
chance to
plate,
bunt him
Cesar
over.
Hernandez. 1-0. As the first pitch misses high
With
and
Andrew
inside
McCutcheon
for
at first
ball
base,
1.
first pitch upstairs, ball 1. Got a bunt single to start off the second inning and scored the only run of the second inning. An RBI single by Maikel Franco, the 1-0 pitch, a chopper fielded by Peraza, throws to second for 1, throws to first for 2, not in time. They can't get the double play. There'll be a fielder's choice by Hernandez. A nice job by Jose Peraza. Fields the ball, turns, throws it to Freddie Galvis at second. He then tries to throw to Joey Votto at first, but won't get Hernandez in time.
Stepping in and ready for another shot.
McCutchen is out. Here is the third baseman, Gene Segura.
Striking out his last time up.
Struck out
he didn't put up
in
much
3
of a
pitches
fight either, man.
in the second inning. 3-0 Philadelphia here in the top of the third inning. Wind up in the first pitch by Bauer. A strike one looking in the outside corner.
Work a little bit harder. That elevated fastball right there, that is the biggest change in the game today for me. When I first came up, a lot of guys working that Greg Maddux.
Runner on first base still with the
Phillies.
Phillies. Runner is going to go. Hernandez going to second. The throw from Barnhart to tag him, and he gets him in time. It is Jose Peraza tagging him. Tucker Barnhart gunning down Cesar Hernandez at second base. A nice job by Barnhart. What a laser. And that will end the third inning.
After this.
Welcome back. The Reds are set to
Got a little bit of a glitch there, but yeah, the inning is over.
Certainly not disappointed this year. In fact, with the highest team batting average, on-base percentage, and slugging percentage.
And now we're in the bottom of the third inning. As you can see, the Reds are doing very well. They're first in the league and in Major League Baseball with a lot of goose eggs. Yeah, this is 2020 season. This is what happens when you have 2 simulations.
We have a special group. We know
And
we still think we can
playing in a game with no season enabled. Very interesting statistic right there. A 0-0-0 batting average. Starting off this game, all the statistics will be added by the end of this game as we go to Freddie Galvis, the number 8 hitter in the bottom of the third. The Phillies leading now by a score of 3-0. Aaron Nola wind up in the first pitch. Strike one called. It'll be Galvis, Bauer, and Suarez as the Reds will go to the top of the order in this inning. The 0-1 pitch is a swing and a line. They'll
But this is going to get fouled.
hit the wall. A liner that will hit the wall past the left field line. The count now at 0-2. Nola, the windup and the 0-2 swing and a missed strike 3. And Nola will get his 5th strikeout of the day. The first one of this inning. Nasty pitch right there. Got him with the breaking ball.
That wasn't a great pitch to do it on.
We'll now go to the starting pitcher, Trevor Bauer.
At the plate now, Trevor Bauer.
And the first pitch is strike one called. To start off the at-bat, Bauer has not gone up to the plate at all in the 2020 season.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1.
In the 2019 season, looking over that, one would assume that is an entirely different story. Count is even at 1-1 after that pitch goes above the zone. The windup and the pitch is a strike 2 called on a changeup. Number 27 against number 27.
It's pretty hard to sit back
Trevor Bauer in 9 games at a batting average of 143, had a couple of hits and 12 at-bats.
Swing and a miss,
And the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3 for the 6th strikeout of the day for Aaron Nola.
The first few innings of this game, and I think his
As he
ability to change
strikes out his foe, Trevor
has been a
Bauer,
big
who
reason
currently
why. That was
is in a
good
very
change
tough
of speed
position.
for the strikeout there.
3 runs
I've
in
seen
the first
a lot
3
of
innings.
hitters look pretty off with their timing so far.
One can only wonder what the real Trevor Bauer would do in this situation. The first pitch from Nola to Suarez, a ball down and in.
Attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the
Suarez
first 2 guys going down on
was
strikes
struck out
to
in the
start
only
inning.
at-bat against Nola here in this game. Back in the bottom of the first, the windup and the 1-0 pitch. That is a swing and a miss.
That's the first
Evens the
strike.
count at 1-1.
2 out, nobody on.
Suarez a 271 batting average in 159 games in 2019, and the 1-1 pitch, a ball straight back to the pitcher, but Nola's not able to make the play, gets to the hole in center field, and the Cincinnati Reds have a 2-out single, and they have a chance to get some of that momentum on their side as Joey Votto walks up to the plate. There's a chopper going straight back to the pitcher Nola, not able to make a play, it was too quick for him to react, and the ball will go into the hole in center field between Franco and Hernandez over the second base bag. Here is the first baseman, Joey Votto, got the first hit for the Reds back in the first inning. Back when the Reds had a shot to tie the game up. Nola getting the sign from Real Muto. The windup and the first pitch. Outside, ball 1.
2 out with the man at first.
Joey Votto in 54 games and a batting average of .226, 11 home runs, and 22 RBIs. Suarez leads the league in the team in home runs with 15. The 1-0 pitch outside, 2-0. The Reds with a runner on first base, 2 outs in the bottom of the third. They are trailing by 3.
Much too quick.
And the 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1.
Classic case of the front shoulder flying open on that off speed. Needs to stay compact and stay
2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Votto with a chance to extend the inning. The Reds have scored a run in each of the first 3 innings of this game. The 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss on a changeup under the zone, evens it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Aaron Nola, 39 pitches through 2 2/3, has a chance to finish this inning off in pitch number 40. Gets the sign from Real Muto. Nola in the stretch, runner on first base. The windup and the 2-2 pitch, that is under the zone, and the count is full at 3-2. The first full count for Nola since the second inning with Nick Senzel. We had another instance of what we thought the Reds were going to do there. And the payoff pitch outside, and Aaron Nola has walked his first batter of the day. In the bottom of the third, the Reds have the game-tying run on first base and Jose Peraza.
With the man in scoring position.
Stepping in, Jose Peraza.
Peraza striking out in 3 pitches in his lone at-bat in the first inning. Had a nice play in the top of the third, getting the guy out at second with a spin move at his second base position. First pitch is a foul ball past the first base side on a fastball, 0-1.
2 men are on with 2 men out.
And
that's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike.
0-1 pitch under the zone is low. He evens it up at 1-1.
Here's the 1-1.
And the 1-1 pitch, that one, a ground ball fielded by Hernandez, tosses it to Franco for the force.
They trail it here, 3-0.
Or my mistake, yeah, tosses it to Segura for the force, and that will end the inning.
Start of the 4th upcoming, but first, Heidi Watney standing by.
And we are now back in the top of the 4th inning. The Reds were threatening, but a force out was able to end it. The Phillies leading by a score of 3-0. Also had a bit of a lineup mix-up here. Looking over this game, before writing down the lineup, it wasn't clear what position Segura and Franco were in. Or maybe it was. It's been a while. But I'm going to switch it here and say that Segura was at shortstop and Michael Franco was in third. That's one of the downsides of broadcasting a game like this, is that they don't show you the lineup. They don't show you everything. Yeah, these are done manually. And we'll now go to the top of the 4th inning, starting with Gene Segura, speaking of which. It was in the middle of his at-bat that Cesar Hernandez was gunned down at second base on a laser by Tucker Barnhart. First pitch, a foul ball, and once again we have an 0-1 count. And the pitch after that, a fly ball to short left. Jesse Winker is under it and will make the play for out number 1. The Phillies lead by a score of 3-0. The score right now bolstered by the fact that the Phillies have scored a run in each of the first 3 innings. The first run by Bryce Harper on a solo home run. The second run in the second inning is part of the fact the Reds got caught off guard after a bunt single by Hernandez and a pair of base hits scored the second one. And in the third inning, JT Realmuto hit a leadoff home run to start off that inning as well.
It's the game plan from the offensive standpoint today.
And the first pitch from Bauer to Scott Kingery, a strike at 0-1. The windup and the pitch as a ground ball, which will get past the glove of a diving Peraza in the right field.
Hey, that pitch was nasty.
And Scott Kingery 2 for 2 with a pair of singles. He got one in the second inning, and he got another solid swing right there. That one getting past Peraza, as he knew that last swing and that last base hit got through that hole, but he wasn't able to get there in time. to snag it. Here's Maikel Franco, first pitch.
First pitch misses to him. It's
He's
ball
outside
one.
for a ball
He's
one.
0
We got a
for
bit of a
1 thus
mix-up
far.
here. Segura is the shortstop. Maikel Franco is the third baseman.
Now
And they throw to first.
And a dive, but he's back in.
Not in time. They'll try and get Kingery. So Jose Peraza currently playing for the Boston Red Sox. He was playing for the Reds in the 2020 season, playing 34 games for the Red Sox with a 225 average. And the 1-0 pitch outside, fastball 2-0. Barnhart looking to see if Kingery is going to steal. And the Phillies looking to add more insurance. They lead by a score of 3-0 here in the top of the fourth. And Bauer, runner is going to go. And a ground ball fielded by Bauer. They'll throw to first. They'll get Maikel Franco in time, but there is not enough time for Votto to throw to second to get Kingery, who will go to second.
Runner in scoring position with Sugan.
As Kingery had a pretty solid lead and was already at second base before Hoskins
Pitch to him.
even got the ball in his glove, or was close enough for Hoskins to not be able to throw to get him out. And so they have a runner in scoring position. First pitch from Bauer to Aaron Nola is a ball, 1-0. And the 1-0 pitch upstairs, 2 balls, no strikes. Trevor
Can't
Bauer
fall behind against the pitcher. Need to minimize pitch count against the easy
struggling
outs,
so
and this is
far with
certainly
allowing 7 hits in 3 2/3 innings, while Aaron Nola has only allowed 2 hits in 3 innings with no runs.
Now the
He's got a
2-0.
pretty good run going
Swing
for
and
him.
a
The
miss,
2-0
strike one.
pitch, swing and a
Some
miss,
action out in the
strike
bullpen.
1.
A couple of right-handers starting to loosen up.
And a couple of pitchers for the Cincinnati
3
Reds
runs,
currently
6
in the
hits,
bullpen.
and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point.
And the 2-1 pitch
Slider that time,
outside,
it
ball
runs away.
3.
It's 3-1 now.
Hey, after those 2 breaking balls missed, you
Looking
have
at
to be
the
sitting on a
2
fastball
pitchers,
right
one of them,
here.
Tyler Mahle, is a starting pitcher in the 2020 season, 2-2 with an ERA of 3.59. While the second pitcher, not even on the roster for the Reds in the
Swung on and
2020
missed. A full
season.
count now.
3-1 pitch,
You
swing
know
and a
he
miss.
wants to end this
Strike
inning
2
right
on the
here
fastball.
3-2, but I don't think we'll see him lay one in on the next pitch there with a base open to work.
And the second pitcher is nowhere to be found in the 2019 roster either. And the payoff pitch by Bauer is
Struck
strike
him
3
out, his
called
7th of the
in a
ballgame,
very
and that
late
ends
swing
the
by
inning.
Nola.
Phillies strand 1.
And that
They
will
lead it
end
3-0.
the top of the 4th inning. The first scoreless inning for the Phillies, but they still lead by 3.
Ready now for Cincinnati.
And we are now back to the
Tucker
bottom
Barnhart
of the
set to
4th
lead us
inning.
off in
The
home
Cincinnati
half of
Reds
the 4th
trailing
inning.
the Phillies by 3. 3-0, but the Phillies had their first scoreless inning in the top half. And there is no better time right now to take advantage of that than right now. Tucker Barnhart leading it off. Nola, the first pitch is a strike 1 under the zone. It started off at 0-1. Barnhart struck out looking in his only other at-bat, and that third pitch for a strike 3 called looked like from this angle was under the zone. But the home plate umpire Gary Simmons called that a strike. Count even at 1-1. Nola the pitch. That is a
Lifted in
fly
the air
ball.
out to
That one
right.
going to right field. Harper is going to
is
step
there to
back
put
a
it away
few
for round
ways, a
number 1.
few paces, and will catch it for the first out of the inning. Harper did not have to move much. Here is the right fielder Aristides Aquino, grounded out to the shortstop Cesar,
Digging in now.
or my mistake, to
Aristides
Gene
Aquino
Segura.
comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the
On an
ballgame.
0-2 count. Had 19 home
Ready with the
runs
first pitch.
for the
Here it
Reds
comes.
last season. First pitch outside.
Oh, that's out.
The count started off at 0-1. Aquino, known
One
for
out,
his
nobody on.
very unconventional batting stance, as it looks like he's facing the pitcher before moving in closer
Hit hard to the right, but
to make
foul.
contact just like that. The foul ball down the first base side, but it'll be a foul. And evens it up at 1-1. Phillies leading 3-0. Nola, the windup and the pitch to Aquino. Swing and a miss
1-2.
inside.
Count is 1
And the
and
count
2.
at 1-2 on the fastball. Nobody on base, top of the 4th. My mistake, bottom of the 4th. The Phillies still leading 3-0.
They'll try to get him
And the
fishing
1-2
there, but he
pitch,
won't offer
change
him
up
dirt.
outside,
He's back
2-2,
even
trying
at
to make
2-2.
Aquino, the right-hander, reach for it. And the Reds trying to start something here. The
Fouled away.
2-2 pitch, a foul ball down the first base side. And that is the first 2-strike foul ball by a Reds hitter today. Here in the bottom of the fourth, and the
And there's
2-2
ball
pitch
3 on a
outside
breaking
count
ball
is
that misses
full.
away.
Well, Trevor Bauer is
Nick
struggling
Senzel waits
with
on
each
deck.
and every inning, and it looks like has a chance of being
Battle here.
replaced
This will be the
either
seventh
in the
pitch
fifth or
coming
after
up.
the fifth. Nola has had a few hiccups here and there, but is able to hold
Here's a pop
this
up
team
now.
scoreless.
Hernandez over to his left.
And the payoff pitch is a
He
fly
hauls it
ball.
in
It will be
without any
caught
trouble,
by the
and
second
there are
baseman,
two away.
Cesar Hernandez. And a pop fly for the second out in the bottom of the fourth. Here's Nick Senzel, the center fielder. Aaron Nola with 54 pitches through 3 2/3. The pitch count a little bit higher than he
Nick
wants,
Senzel, looking
but he
to
is
put
still
the ball
on a
in play
roll
here.
as
He went
of
down on
this
strikes in
very
his
moment.
first
As he
at-bat.
faces off the
Yeah,
center
kinda
fielder,
shocked
Nick
he got blown
Senzel, the
away with
windup
a
man, the
fastball.
first
You could
pitch.
tell he was late on that
And
one.
inside, ball
We'll
one.
see if he tries to cheat to something
Senzel
this
was the
inning.
first hitter that Nola had trouble with. It was his first full count, but he was able to strike him out for
In
the
there,
second out of the
1-1.
second inning. And the 1-0 pitch, a strike one called, evens it up at 1-1. And Nola, the windup and the 1-1 pitch,
No
swing and a
contact
miss.
there, and it's 1-2.
And 1-2. Aaron Nola currently with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strikeouts on the night. Looking to get number 7 with just one more pitch. The 1-2 pitch, that is a
Swinging a ball
fly
lifted
ball.
in the
That
air
one is
toward the
hooking
line
right near
and
foul
right.
territory.
In there.
That will
Base hit.
fall for a base hit in front of Harper. Throw to second. What a laser by Harper. Throw to second. Will keep Senzel at first base. And that is a bloop single right near the left field line by Nick Senzel. And the Reds get their third hit of the day. First pitch to Jesse Winker was under the zone at 1-0.
He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
Not Senzel. Winker is 0 for 1. With a ground ball to
Hit
the
back up the middle.
first baseman
That
Hoskins.
finds its way through
And the
for
1-0
base
pitch is a
hit.
base hit down the hole in center field. And for the first time tonight, not only do the Reds have multiple base hits in an inning, but they have multiple base runners too, runners on first and second with 2 outs. And the Reds,
Ball in the gap or a ball missed over the heart of the plate. A crooked
once
number.
again, with the game-tying run at home plate. Did I say that was the first time? I apologize. That is not
Standing
the first
in
time.
now.
They had a
He's
chance in the third inning, and they couldn't do it. But the Reds getting a little bit closer to what they want, which is runs on the board, and after that, to tie the game up. As they are trailing 3-0. Runners on first and second base. The first pitch to Galvis is
Here's
the
the
ball.
1-0.
And the 1-0 pitch upstairs and
What a great
outside,
opportunity
2-0.
to come through right here. 2-0 count.
Freddie Galvis,
runners
the
on
game-tying
base.
run.
Find something middle of the plate and let it rip.
From the belt. Kicks
Had
and
7
deals.
home runs
And that's
in
there,
2020
2-1.
in 47 games. And the 2-0 pitch, a strike one called. Runners on first and second base. Cincinnati at it again.
In front of the
It's
changeup,
a
and
foul
he can't
chopper
keep it fair. 2
down the
strikes on him now.
third base side. Count is even at 2-2. Aaron Nola looking to get out of a jam here, is ahead of the count, 2-2. Phillies lead by 3.
2-2.
The 2-2 pitch.
Looked at
That is
and
a
the count
check
moves
swing
forward.
inside on that
But
four-seam
now, this is
fastball.
one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch
And
of
the
pitches,
count
and
is
this
full
AB
again.
hasn't been
The
any
Reds
different.
have their
Definitely
best
laboring at the
chance
moment.
right now to get back in this ball game. The Reds trail by 3. They have runners on first and second base with 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth. The payoff pitch, that is a ground ball down the third base side. Yet the third base coach is waving around Nick Senzel. But it's foul, and the count is full. Nola, the payoff pitch. That is a fly ball. That's going to go to center field. Back goes Kingery. Kingery is back up at the warning track and makes the catch to end the inning. Scott Kingery keeps this a 3-0 Phillies game as we go to the top of the 5th. What an incredible performance by Nola. Oh, it's Blackstreet. All right.
Top of the order now, and that'll bring in a dangerous hitter indeed.
And we are now back in the top of the 5th inning. The Reds blew their latest chance to get runs on the board. But Aaron Nola is able to get out of it. Here is Trevor Bauer. He's facing off against Bryce Harper once again. This is for the 3rd time
It's 1-0.
tonight. He is 1 for 2 with that solo home run in the first inning that started all of
It's
this.
2-0.
Hey, if you're going
And
to throw a
the
pitch
1-0
like
pitch
that to this
upstairs,
guy,
2
that's
balls, no
right
strikes.
where you
It'll
wanna
be
miss.
Harper,
Any lower,
Realmuto, and
and he'll
McCutcheon.
probably make you
2-0
pay
pitch.
for it.
2 balls and a strike.
Strike one called. And Bauer looking to go through the 5th unscathed before he gets taken out. And the 2-1 pitch is a fly ball. This one going into right field. Aquino is under it.
Number 44
And will make the
is there.
catch a
He'll
few
bring this
steps in
one
front of the warning track for out number 1 in the 5th. Another fly ball by Harper, but this one's going to stay in play. Here in the top of the 5th, the Reds for the 2nd consecutive inning had multiple runners on base, had the game-tying run
shot for him in his last at-bat.
at the plate,
We heard this guy's a good fastball
and left
hitter.
2 runners
He got a
stranded.
fastball, didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little
Once
bit
again, they've
differently
left
this time
5
and mix in
runners
some off-speed
stranded
pitches.
total. 4 in the last 2 innings. They are so close. They get runs on the board. Count at 0-1. Bauer against Real Muto. The count now 1-1 after a pitch goes down and in under the knees. And the 1-1 pitch, a foul ball down the first base side,
Somebody's
1-2.
sitting off speed right here. Only
Just like
way
Harper,
he was
Real
late on
Muto
that
hit a home
heater
run
is he was expecting
in
another
his
change.
last at-bat in the 3rd inning off of the 0-1 pitch. And the
Sent on
1-2
the
pitch, a
ground out
chopper,
to second.
fielded by the second baseman Peraza, throws the
Andrew
first to be in time. We're out number 2 in the 5th. The Reds, for the first time in this game, are able to get the first 2 batters out. Again, Andrew McCutchen walks up to the plate, the starting left fielder. He is 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a base hit.
The pitch.
And Bauer, the first pitch upstairs, 1-0. Andrew McCutchen got a base hit after Real Muto hit that home run and got out on a fielder's choice hit by Cesar Hernandez, who himself got gunned down at second base.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And the 1-0 pitch, a swing and a miss, strike 1. Is even at a ball and a strike. Top of the 5th, the Phillies lead 3-0 over the Cincinnati Reds. The 1-1 pitch outside on a curveball hits the dirt, 2-1. And Bauer, the 2-1 pitch, there's a fly ball foul.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely
The Cincinnati Reds
late on
finished
that
the
pitch after
2020
seeing
season
a
with a
previous
31-29 record and got a spot in the National League Division Series against the Atlanta
But
Braves.
he stays alive, still 2-2.
But lost in
Bases
both
are
games
empty here with 2 men out.
and got shut out entirely. Count stays at 2-2 after the foul ball. The pitch,
Good job
another
going down
foul
and
ball, a
hanging
chopper
with
down
it
the
that
first base
time.
side.
Hey, 3 foul
The Reds
balls in a
lost
row
1-0
right here,
in
searching for that
13
put-away
innings.
stuff.
And lost 5-0
2-2
against the
one more time.
Atlanta Braves. The 2-2 pitch,
Fouled
another
off.
foul ball. No, this one's going in foul
Hey,
territory.
have an AB right here.
But
I
will
know it's
fall on
frustrating
top of the
heck out of the pitcher. You keep
Reds
fouling these
dugout
pitches off. Maybe
on the
one
first base
misses
side.
over the
Another
heart
foul
of the
ball.
plate.
McCutchen staying alive in this at-bat.
And he takes ball 3,
And the
so it's a
2-2
full
pitch.
count now.
Hey, this guy's a hard
Go
guy
under
to
the
put
zone.
away. He's fouled off some tough pitches.
And
2-2
under the
count.
knees of
He just
McCutchen,
seems to
count
keep
is
hanging
full.
right in there.
Bauer, the payoff pitch.
Hit hard
This is
down
a
the
ground
line.
ball down the
And
third
this will
base line. That is a
stay
fair
inside
ball.
the third
McCutchen's
base
looking to go
bag.
for
A fair
2.
ball.
This one's fielded by Winker. He throws to third. He'll keep McCutchen
make
at
it
second
to
base,
second
and that is
base now with
the
2
first
gone.
extra base hit for the
Man, I love
Phillies
this.
since
Looking
the
right
3rd
down the
inning.
line. You can see that he
And
generates
the
his
first
power
one that
from
is
his
not a
lower
home
half,
run, a 2-out
taking
double
it
by
down the line
McCutchen.
for a clean
That
double.
one
Great look there.
just gets a piece of the bat. Nice swing by McCutchen. And it falls fair. Bauer is going to stay in the game as he'll look to finish the 5th here with Rhys Hoskins,
So now to
who
the
was struck
plate,
out in both
Rhys
at-bats
Hoskins.
against Bauer.
And
This
a
one a
swing
foul
from him
ball down
yields
the
a
first
foul
base
pop
side.
out of play to the right. 0 for 2 from him
Count
so
at
far in
0-1.
this one.
Top of the 5th inning, the Phillies looking to add to their 3-0 lead. Over the Reds here at Great
0-1
American Ballpark.
count.
The
Here it
0-1
comes.
pitch, a swing and a miss.
Really getting the better of
Makes
it
the
now.
count at
Strike
0-2.
2.
Man, as a pitcher, you have to love pitching 0-2.
McCutchen, second
Multiple
base, the
ways,
Phillies
up,
with
down,
runner-
in and out, throw the
with
breaking
runners in
ball,
scoring
a lot of
position,
different
or
ways
a
to
runner in
get guys
scoring
out.
position.
1 ball
The
and 2
0-2
strikes to
pitch
count.
goes under the zone 1-2. Bryce Harper flies out. JT Realmuto grounds out. McCutchen with the double, and now Rhys Hoskins for the 3rd time tonight strikes out.
Danger averted following the 2-out
And
double.
now they'll
We're
end
back
the
to Friday night
top of the
baseball
5th
on the
inning,
show.
leaves a runner at second
After
base
this.
as the Phillies will keep their 3-0 lead.
Welcome back for the bottom
And
of the
we are
5th.
now back
Here's
to the
Heidi
bottom
Rocky.
of the 5th inning. Aaron Nola
had a chance to
staying
talk about
on the
state of
mound
the Reds offense with their
as
manager
they'll
between
face off
innings,
against
and flat
Bauer,
out he told me they
Eugenio
just need to
Suarez,
put
and
better
Joey
swings on the
Votto.
ball
So
right now.
Trevor
He said
Bauer,
they're searching for ways to drive
as
the
of
ball
right
with
now, is
some
going to be the
authority
next
because it's just not
hitter
happening for them today.
But
They
chances
haven't
are it
gotten an
may
extra
be
base hit
somebody
yet,
different.
so it's been a real
But I
struggle
guess we'll
getting
just
guys
have to
into
wait
scoring
and see if
position.
Bauer is
But the
going to
key, he
pitch
said, is
in
not
the
to
6th
panic.
inning. We
Sometimes
know that
you
he's
just have
finished
to fight
5,
through the downturn
and it
to
looks
keep
like
your focus
he
and
will
energy
be
high.
replaced
Okay, thank you, Heidi.
in this case, and he'll be replaced by Travis Jankowski. And the first pitch
Change up too low, and it's 1-0.
is a ball. And Jankowski playing in 16 games for the Reds during the 2020 season. Did not have a lot of time at the plate. At a .067 batting average, 15 at-bats, only 1 hit with 3 runs. Got a couple stolen bases.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a
And we
strike.
count it 2 balls and a strike.
Jankowski,
So Trevor
the
Bauer
6'2",
is done
and bats left, but throws right-handed. This is his first
after
year at the
5
big
innings.
league level.
It'll be Bauer, Suarez, and
Drops one down
Joey
here, and he'll try
Votto,
to
and
beat
the
it out.
2-1 pitch
Oh,
is
and
a
it eats
bunt.
him up a
It
bit.
is misfielded by
And he'll
Franco,
have
and
no
is not
play
able
as
to
he
field
reaches
it.
first base safely.
And Travis Jankowski will get a bunt single as Michael Franco is not able to field the ball cleanly.
He singled his last time.
As we now go to the top of the order with Eugenio Suarez. The Phillies leading 3-0. The Reds in these last couple of innings. That has been the story. The Phillies not doing much since they scored that 3rd run in the 3rd inning. But Cincinnati has been giving themselves a presence since then.
Below the zone and
Leaving runners on base, getting guys on. The Phillies at least know they're there.
dirty, but he's back in safely.
The count at 1-0 for Nola against Suarez. He struck out in the 1st inning, got a base hit in the 3rd, and got out in the fielder's choice to end that same inning. The 1-0 pitch inside
Waiting
2-0.
with that one, a pretty easy take there.
If Nola is even considered to be taken out of the game in this inning, probably in the next couple, it's going to be because of the pitch count. 73 pitches so far in 4+.
Now the 2-0.
And the 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Suarez swinging a little too early on that one.
That's an impressive pitch right there. If you're
And
willing
the
to
count
throw a changeup
now
on
at 2 balls and 1
that
strike.
tells
Travis
me that's a
Jankowski, the
pitch you
pinch
feel
hitter
really confident with.
for Trevor Bauer, as he gets a base hit. And with nobody out, too. Bottom of the 5th, Phillies lead 3-0 here at Great American Ballpark. The 2-1 pitch, a foul ball. Down the
Okay,
first
last 2
base
pitches
side, 2
back-to-back,
balls and 2
off
strikes.
Speed, then he's late on the fastball. He could pretty
And
much
the
do
Philadelphia
anything he
Phillies
wants right
finishing
here on
with
the
a
mound.
record of
And he's back
28 and 32 for the first out in time to try and get Jankowski. Finishing 3rd place in the National League East Division behind the Atlanta Braves, who are 10 games above 500, and the Miami Marlins, who people thought were not going to be in the postseason at all, had a 0.2% chance in March of 2020. Count is 4-3 ensued.
Just keeping him close.
Nola trying to keep Jankowski
Nobody out,
close.
runner on
Nobody
first.
out in the bottom of the 5th. And Nola get the sign from Realmuto. Swing and a miss on a fastball above the zone. That high fastball,
That was a good job timing
making
him up
Suarez
inside of
regret
that
he even
strikeout
swung
pitch.
at that
It
pitch.
wasn't
And that's what
even
he
in
first
the
got in the
strike zone,
5th.
but with the
That
hitter
brings up the
protecting
first
the 2
baseman,
strikes,
Joey Votto.
that's the
Single
kind
and
of
a
pitch
walk
you can get him to
so far
offer at,
tonight.
and he's probably not going to do much with it when he does make contact.
First things first, here's a throw over. And the runner back in standing.
The Cincinnati Reds looking to recover after their embarrassing 2020 NLDS performance against the Atlanta Braves. We're also seeing where Trevor Bauer is going to land before the 2021 season. First pitch is upstairs, ball 1.
In his last trip.
And the Reds lost to the Atlanta Braves in 13 innings, 1-0. They lost 5-0 in the second game.
1-0 home. Pitch out.
And the 1-0 pitch is a pitch out as Realmuto looks to second to see if Jankowski was going to run. And he will stay at first base. 2 balls and no strikes, bottom of the 5th. Nola throw the first out in time.
Runners back.
Jankowski got a couple of stolen bases in the 2020 season. He had 24 stolen bases with the San Diego Padres in 2018, and a runner will go. Real Muto, the throw to second, not in time, as Jankowski will slide in safely.
Well, they threw over there multiple
During
times
his time with the San Diego Padres, he has
they were onto him, but he
shown
just
his
waited it
speed,
out
30
and took
stolen
off when he
bases in
had the chance.
2016, 24,
Nice
and
job of base
2018.
running there.
Here it is on 3-0.
And he has shown why
That one's in there. 3-1.
he is to be feared on the
Maybe
base
get
paths
two
right there.
pitches
The
a game
Reds
where
with a
all
run
the
in
guesswork
scoring
goes
position.
out the window. This is certainly that situation.
And the count now at 3 balls and a strike.
One out and a runner on second base.
This time with 1 out, bottom of the 5th inning. Nola get the sign from Real Muto, 3-1. Outside, ball 4. And Aaron Nola walks Joey Votto again. And the Reds have runners on first and second base again. And the game-tying run walking up to home plate again. And it is Jose Peraza again. He was in this position in the 3rd inning, but instead Eugenio Suarez is out at second base on a force out. Jankowski at second, Votto at first. Nola, the windup and the first pitch, a ball in the inside corner with the curveball. In the last couple of innings, the Reds have been showing the Phillies why they are not to be messed with by getting guys on base consistently in the 3rd inning and in the 4th inning. Basically, since the Phillies scored that 3rd run, that home run by Real Muto, and the momentum has completely shifted to the Reds. And look at this! Jose Peraza has just tied the game. No, that looked fair from this angle. That ball looked fair from this angle, but it took a hard turn past the foul pole. Wow. That was so close to a tie game. And the count now at 2-2 after that ball. Runners stay on first and second. The 2-2 pitch. That is a fly ball that's going to stay in play. That's going to go to short left field. Andrew McCutchen is under. It's going to make the catch. And the throw to third will be cut off. And runners will stay at first and second base. Nice job by McCutchen. My God, that was close. The camera angle tricked all of us.
2 men on.
It thought it was going to be, we all thought it was going to be a home run, and that looked like a home run, but it hooked foul at the wrong time. And the Phillies keep their 3-0 lead. Here's the catcher, Tucker Barnhart. First pitch gets away from the catcher, Real Muto. Runners are going to advance. The throw to third is nowhere near in time. That's going to be credited as a wild pitch. Joey Votto's going to go to second. Barnhart still the game-tying run. Runners now on second and third. First time today that the Reds have a runner on third base. They're in the bottom of the 5th. The count at 1-0 under the zone. 2 balls and no strikes. And Nola, the 2-0 pitch. That is a foul ball. Very well hit, but it's foul. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nola
right there is the reason we need to
struggling as the innings go on, as the Reds keep getting better. They are making them throw a lot of pitches. They're making them add up to that pitch count. You had a couple of full counts in the 4th inning. You had one in the 3rd. You had one in the 5th. And it brings them up to 91 pitches. The count is now at 3-1. This one a chopper. This one fielded by Nola. And the throw to first will get Barnhart in time, and that will end the inning. It'll look like a run would score, but looks like the Reds are going to stay scoreless as we go to the top of the 6th. And we are now back in the top of the 6th inning. And a new pitcher for the Cincinnati Reds, Tyler Mahle.
Ready once again.
Will walk up to the plate. Mahle, the 25-year-old, pitched in 10 games for the Cincinnati Reds in the 2020 season. Went 2-2 with an ERA of 3.59. This one, a first pitch. This one, a ball that is hooking, foul. Past the first base side. First pitch to Cesar Hernandez.
Into the
Starts off with a 0-1 count. Count is even at 1-1. Mahle facing off against Hernandez, Segura, and Kingery. Trevor Bauer done after 5 innings. The count now at 2-1. Trevor Bauer, 5 innings, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits. He has walked nobody and has struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hitters. But unfortunately, he is in line for the loss. The 2-1 pitch is a fly ball to left field, caught by Jesse Winker. A number of steps near the line, it'll get him for the first out in the top of the 6th.
Digging in, Gene Segura.
Bring up the shortstop, Gene Segura. This is Molly's 4th season with the Reds. He had a very abysmal 2019 season, going 3-12 with a 5.14 ERA and 25 starts. First pitch to Segura is a foul ball.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch.
The Reds did not do well in that 2019 season. This one an 0-1 pitch. This one is hit deep. This one is going far. That one's going to hit off the wall. That was almost a home run by Gene Segura. You can hear the crowd react to how hard that ball was hit and how well hit that line drive was. It looked like it was going to be a home run, but instead it's going to be a very hard hit, very well hit single. With 1 out here in the top of the 6th. There is Scott Kingery, the center fielder. He is 2 for 2 with a pair of singles.
First offering on its way.
And the first pitch outside, ball 1. There is no current Philly at the moment that could really take the full credit for their 3-0 lead offensively. You had Scott Kingery getting on base a couple of times. You had Hernandez with the single, Franco with the RBI, Real Muto with a home run, and Bryce Harper with a home run. So it's spread out all around. The count now at 2-0. Trevor Bauer against Scott Kingery. The windup and the pitch that is in there for a strike.
But I think he may have been taking
that is just under the letters, 2-1.
Was going to be on the move.
So Trevor Bauer, 5 innings, 3 runs
tardy on that swing
against them.
Well wide
struck out 8 batters. The count now at 2-2. So now Amir Garrett is in the bullpen for the Cincinnati Reds. The 2-2 pitch. This one a foul chopper down the first base side. And Garrett, one of the more vocal players in the league, and one of the number of players with a more extroverted personality.
2-2 one more time. Doesn't hit.
Whose voice is heard very prominently in the majors.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with 1 out.
The count now full at 3-2 runner at first base. With 1 out in the top of the 6th, Phillies leading 3-0. And Molly, the windup and the payoff pitch. That is a ball, gets off of Molly in the mound and will go into center field. And Molly, it looks like he wasn't able to react as quickly as well to getting that line drive shot right back to him. And Scott Kingery now 3 for 3 on the night, as Segura will move up to second. And still with 1 out here in the top of the 6th. And the first pitch to Michael Franco outside, ball 1.
He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far.
And Molly, the windup and the 1-0 upstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. So the Philadelphia Phillies leading 3-0. Started off on a solo home run by Bryce Harper in the first inning. An RBI single by Michael Franco scored Cesar Hernandez in the second inning. And a solo home run by JT Realmuto in the third inning. Made it a 3-0 game. The 2-0 pitch, that one a fly ball. That will go into right field. Aquino is under it and will make the catch for the second out of the inning. And the runner will advance. Segura will advance to third. And Aquino is going to walk through the gate in response to that throw. Why? Who knows? Runner's going to be on the corners for Philadelphia. Because of how far that was, Segura's going to go to third. Kingery staying at first base. Here's the pitcher, Aaron Nola. The first pitch, a ground ball foul. Past the first base side near the Reds dugout. And Molly, the 0-1 pitch, that one a fly ball. That one going into left center field. Jesse Winker is under it, and that will end the sixth. The Phillies with their third consecutive scoreless inning. Let's see if the Reds will continue their consistency. See if they get some runs on the board. Apparently, we're going to cut the black early, I guess. I'm not in charge. Here's the bottom of the sixth inning. Aaron Nola back on the mound. It'll be Aquino, Senzel, and Winker.
Ended up popping out. Expect him to be a little bit more
Leary. The first three hitters. First pitch under the zone, 1-0.
1-0 the count.
And the 1-0 pitch, a very well hit ball, gets past the glove of the third baseman, Michael Franco, and he's going to stay at first base. That's a leadoff single for Aquino.
Pitching from the stretch. Hard to keep that up over several innings, though.
The Reds have made things interesting. They are always on the cusp of making it a whole new ball game, but Aaron Nola and the Phillies have so far found a way to keep them at bay. Here's Nick Senzel, first pitch, inside ball one.
Play for a ball 1-0. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far.
And Senzel 1-for-2, got a base hit his last time up.
And he's back standing.
And Aquino,
A runner at first with no outs here.
currently being looked at first base by the pitcher. We got a stolen base during the 2020 season. Not enough activity on the base paths. That ball getting away from the catcher, Real Muto, and Aquino's going to go to second base.
Forget about the double play now.
And that ball getting under the knees. That ball megs Real Muto as another wild pitch by Aaron Nola puts another runner in scoring position. That's the third wild pitch by Nola. And the 2-0 pitch called a strike under the zone. Or my mistake, that's the second wild pitch. That was my mistake. Yes, it was the second wild pitch. It was not the third one. He threw a wild pitch in the previous inning.
3-1
That advanced the runners, made things even more interesting than it was in the fourth, but nothing came out of it. The count now 3 balls and 1 strike, runner at second base, nobody out. Phillies lead 3-0. The pitch, this one a ground ball, fielded by Hernandez, throws the first to the in time from second base. Aquino will move to third base. Here's the left fielder Jesse Winker, who got a base hit in his last time up as well. Another nice play by Hernandez. Jesse Winker.
One man is out, and next to bat
He's got
will
some
be Jesse
activity
Winker.
on defense so far in the last couple of innings, but now let's see what he can do at the plate. He grounded out to the first baseman Reese Hoskins in his first at-bat and got a base hit in his latest one. First pitch, a foul ball down the first base side, 0-1.
460s, a number he can be proud
Aquino
of.
at third base. The Reds 90 feet away from getting their first run on the board. The 0-1 pitch. That
Fouled
one's another
away.
foul ball. This one towards the third base side, 0-2.
One out and a runner on third.
Aaron Nola reaching triple digits through his 101st pitch. And now here's pitch
Breaking ball
102,
below
a
the zone,
curve ball
that's
inside,
one.
counting the ball
Got some
in 2
movement out in the
strikes.
Phillies bullpen as a lefty
So now we
and a
have
right-hander start
the
the
2
season.
pitchers in the bullpen for the Phillies, Robert Stock and Jose Alvarez. See if we're able to get any statistics from them.
The 1-2.
And the 1-2 pitch
Taken for
upstairs.
ball 2.
And the count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
It's 2-2 now. You've got to come up with the best pitch right here because this is definitely a strikeout situation.
Jose Alvarez, we got
Man
stats
at
from
third
him.
with one away.
And I already blanked on the other name. The
This is
2-2
line
pitch.
to
This
left.
one a very well hit ball. This one going to left field. That's going to be caught by McCutcheon. Aquino is going to tag from third, and the Cincinnati Reds have their first run of the game on a sacrifice fly by Jesse Winker.
Instead, a line drive bullet caught in the alley, but he does end up getting a
McCutcheon catching that
sacrifice
ball on a line drive. That looked
Digging in.
like for a split second there was going to hit the gap.
For him to this point.
And now there are 2 new pitchers
Here it is.
in the bullpen, just like that.
And
First pitch
looks like he
from
got the
Nola
call
to
there
Freddie
on the pitch
Galvis.
inside. It's
Is
nothing
a
in one.
strike inside. So the Phillies allow their first run. They now lead by a score of 3-1.
Takes this one high, 1-1.
And the 0-1 pitch upstairs evens it up at a ball and a strike. Nola, the windup and the pitch.
1-2.
That one's under the zone again, a ball and 2 strikes. Really likes that area of the strike zone. And the calls have been going his way. The 1-2 pitch. That is a chopper down the first base side foul.
But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2.
Galvis struck out in the 3rd inning, flew out to the center fielder Scott Kingery with runners on 1st and 2nd in his last at-bat. That one inside, way inside in the curveball. It makes Galvis move away from the batter's box. Evens it up at 2-2. The windup and the pitch. That is a ground ball in foul territory past the 3rd base side. So the Reds get their first run on the board on a sacrifice fly by Jesse Winker. Aristides Aquino scores from 3rd base. The 2-2 pitch outside on the curveball. Full count.
Stays outside, 3-2.
What we're seeing here is
So
a
Tyler
really
Mahle
smart
will
at-bat.
now
They
pitch,
gotta be
or
thinking
will
the
now
man on the mound is
hit
getting a little
in the
short on
9th
gas,
spot. He
so
is pitching on
when
the
you go out
mound.
there and make him throw a
But
bunch
Travis
of pitches,
Jankowski was
you're
up
more likely to
before
get a
we
good
even
pitch
knew
to
who
hit,
the next Reds
or at
pitcher was
least
going to
force
be.
him out of the game.
And the payoff pitch is down the first base side. That's going to be a foul ball.
This will get foul, so they'll do it again, 3-2.
As Nola picks it up, and the payoff pitch, a chopper fielded by Segura behind the second base bag, throws to first. Nice pick by Hoskins, and that will end the 6th inning. The Reds will get their first run on the board, and they now trail by 2. The score: Phillies 3, Reds 1. As we go to the top of the 7th inning. And we are now back. It is Tyler Mahle back on the mound. He'll face off against the top of the order for the first time tonight. Bryce Harper, JT Realmuto, and Andrew McCutchen. Bryce Harper 1 for 3 with a home run in the 1st inning. Realmuto with a home run in the 3rd. And Andrew McCutchen's 2 for 3. And first pitch is a strike one called. Mahle had a pretty rough 6th inning, allowing a couple of base hits, but all 3 outs have gone on flyouts. Cesar Hernandez to left, Aaron Nola to left, and Michael Franco to right. And the 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2.
Good luck with that.
But in the
pitch.
middle of
That
those
pitch is an
flyouts,
absolute
Mahle allowed a
nightmare.
base hit to
Almost
Gene Segura
unhittable.
and
Nasty
Scott
downward
Kingery
action,
back to
high 80s
back.
velocity.
Phillies now lead by a score of 3-1. The Reds getting a run in the bottom of the 6th. The 0-2 pitch up and out, 1-2.
Right there, away from this batter. He can hurt you in a heartbeat. I don't think
To the
anything's
left-hander,
gonna leak
Harper.
out over the heart of the plate.
Mahle ahead of the count. Wind up and the 1-2 pitch. That is a chopper. Fielded by Mahle on a 1-hopper. Throws to first. They'll get Harper in time for out number 1 in the 7th. Phillies looking to add to their 3-1 lead. They had a solo home run by Harper, an RBI single by Franco with score to Hernandez, and this home run in the 3rd. This absolute beast of a hit, a moonshot, a very, very keno swing right there by JT Realmuto, a 415-foot shot to left field. It gave the Phillies a 3-0 lead. Fast forward to present day, it is now 3-1. As the Reds got a run through on a sacrifice fly by Jesse Winker in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch, a strike 1 called. The 0-1 pitch, outside, ball 1. Mahle trying to get Realmuto with the curve. Realmuto 1 for 3 apart from the home run. Got a ground out and strikeout. The 1-1 pitch, a base hit into the hole in right center. Realmuto getting his second hit of the day on a 1-out single.
That needs to be buried, and it was not executed.
Very solid swing right there on the fastball from Mahle. That ball getting past the second baseman Peraza to his right and gets into the hole in left center. Nick Senzel, the center fielder, fielding that one. Here's the left fielder, Andrew McCutchen, who is 2 for 3. His last 2 hits, his last 2 at-bats resulting in hits. This one's going to be 2. Speaking of the number 2, it is Galvis tossing to Peraza, who tossed it to Votto. And that will end the inning. A 6-4-3 double play will end the top of the 7th just like that. The Reds trail by 2. They'll look to respond.
Robert Stock.
And we are now back in the bottom of the 7th inning. as Aaron Nola will be taken out of the game after 6. So now rely on Robert Stock.
To get something started in the home half of the 7th.
That sounded like it peaked. Robert Stock, number 89, will pitch for the Phillies, looking to keep this 2-run lead. He'll start off against Kurt Casale, who will pitch in the 9th spot. First pitch,
High strike to
or will
begin
hit the
the
9th spot.
at-bat.
First
It's
pitch is strike
0-1.
1 looking. I cannot find any information on Robert Stock. Shoot. Dang it. All right.
Now the pitch.
Guess I'll have to look manually here. And the 0-1 pitch,
Knocked
a
up at 1-1.
ball on the outside corner. So there's Kurt Casale wearing jersey number
Looked like
19.
he tried to pull it there, but he swings right through the fastball.
And the 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. And the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3.
First down.
Well, we'll see a lot of these power arms coming out of the bullpen in these days. But it
As
doesn't make it any less
Robert
impressive
Stock
for
will
me.
get Kurt
I love
Casale
watching
swinging.
guys
We're
come
now
in
going to the
and
top of the
blow
order.
smoke right by guys.
For the 4th time around, Casale played in 31 games for the Reds, had a 224 average.
Blake
And now we go to
Eugenio
Eugenio Suarez. First pitch is
He'll
strike
take a
1 looking.
fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. Stock is a bullpen arm
With a
that keeps the
fastball
ball
at the
in the
knees.
park. It's a rare day that someone takes him deep, which obviously makes him a very valuable commodity in the bullpen.
One of the things as a manager,
And Stock, the 0-1 pitch outside, swing and a miss, strike 2. He tricks Suarez with the
This
changeup.
guy does a great job of that. He's near
What makes this
impossible to get
interesting
the
is
ball in
apparently
the air to
Robert
lift for a
Stock,
home run, and it's one of the reasons
he's on the
why
Phillies
he's a real
roster,
effective
yet he's never
reliever.
pitched for the Phillies. And it says he's currently with the Chicago Cubs. And the 2 teams he has pitched for is the Padres and the Boston Red Sox. He pitched for the Padres last year. Apparently he was supposed to pitch for the Phillies this year, but switched after the after BA put him in the roster, and now he's playing for Boston.
He started this
That is hilarious.
couple of off-speed pitches early,
He was
followed by
0-1 with an ERA of
back-to-back hitters.
4.73 in
Wants to
10
go
games
right
for the
now.
Red Sox in
Had to sit
2020,
back on the
and was
changeup,
1-0
and
with
he
an
did a good
ERA
job
of
to get the bat on that
10.13 in 10 games for the Padres in 2019. That's a lot to process there. Count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Robert
Another
Stock
2-2.
against Eugenio
Bring this one up
Suarez, and
around the
now
noggin. Now it's
is
full.
pitching a
3-2
full
counts
count
are
against the
usually a
leadoff
time
hitter,
to challenge the hitter,
Aaron
but I
Nola.
think he'll be careful here. Shoot for the corner.
Aaron
and if you
Nola,
miss
6
and you
innings
walk 'em,
with
so
1,
what?
2,
That's
3,
better
4,
than him
5,
putting
6
one in the
hits.
seats.
No runs. He has walked 1 batter twice. That's Joey Votto. And Stock in the stretch gets a sign from Real Muto. The payoff pitch. That is a foul ball
remains
past
full.
the first base side. And Nola has struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 batters and is online currently for the win. The payoff pitch.
He loses him on ball 4.
Oh, did I say no runs? I meant he allowed 1
And
run.
I'm sure
It was
the
1
manager's
earned
just
run,
fine with
2
that. I
walks,
mean,
and 7
it's better than
strikeouts
battle with slugger
in 6
like that.
innings.
He ended up walking
He's
him
also
there
allowed
and
6
serving
hits,
one
so
up. He could really hurt you.
Eugenio Suarez has walked on a full count here in the bottom of the
Standing
7th
in.
inning. Joey Votto,
It was a
who
walk
is 1
in his
for 1.
last trip.
He is the guy who has walked twice. And now has a chance to tie the game with 1 swing with a
First
runner on
pitch
first
on
base.
its
Stalk
way.
the first pitch inside, ball 1. The Reds currently trail the Philadelphia Phillies by the score of 3-1.
1-0
The 1-0 pitch upstairs
The fastball
makes the count
got away
2-0.
from him.
Joey
It's
Votto
ball
got
2.
the Reds' first hit in the bottom of the first inning, and since then he has been walked twice. The Reds' offensive onslaught looking to continue with a new pitcher. This one a base
Liner
hit
in there for a base hit.
down the left field line. That is a fair ball. Rounding past second towards third is Suarez. The throw to second to try and get Joey Votto is not in time. And the Reds have something. The Reds are onto something. Joey Votto with a double down the left field line. And the Reds have the game-tying run at second base. And the game-leading run is at home plate in Jose Peraza.
Who knows what kind of roll they could get on. Got to take it one good at bat.
The biggest hit of the night for the Reds this entire day. And that's going to take Robert Stock out of this game. It's going to be now Jose Alvarez who will pitch for the Phillies.
Jose
Peraza.
He pitched in 67 games for the Phillies in the 2019 season.
And only one away.
As he'll look to shut down the Reds before they can get even hotter. Well, Robert Stock, a third of an inning with a strikeout, a walk, and a hit, and currently no runs earned, but that could change. First pitch to Peraza is outside and a ball one.
With those one-batter lefty specialists going the way of the dodo as a part of MLB's pace of play initiatives.
And Alvarez, he pitched in 8 games for the Phillies in the 2020 season. The 1-0 pitch, a strike one looking. Alvarez, no wins, no losses, an ERA of 1.42. The 1-1 pitch, that's a shot into the glove of the first baseman Hoskins. From the seat of his pants, tosses it to Alvarez, and it gets the second out of the game, but another run's going to score. Rhys Hoskins has just prevented a tie game.
Showed some great athleticism, and it winds up being
He snags that in a Superman style, tosses it to the pitcher. An incredible performance by him. A run will score. That's Suarez, and the Reds now trail by 1, but this game could easily be tied if Hoskins did not make that play. What a great play by the first baseman. And Joey Votto is now at third base. Here is the catcher Tucker Barnhart with a chance to tie the game at 3 apiece. Right now, the Phillies lead 3-2 in the bottom of the 7th. 2 outs, runner on third base. Alvarez.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery.
The windup in the first pitch of ball 1. Robert Stock currently has allowed an earned run. The other runner he has put on base, Joey Votto, is at third.
Offers up a two-seamer, changeup, four-seam fastball,
Which means it'll make Aaron Nola's performance a no decision if he could score right here. And the count now at 2-0. The Reds have officially gotten to that point. They have been pushing and pushing and pushing, getting guys on base after they were trailing 3-0, and now the score is 3-2 in the bottom of the 7th. The 2-0 pitch, a foul ball past the third base side. 2 balls and a strike, runner at third base, and Joey Votto. The inning started off with Kirk Casale, the 9-hitter, striking out swinging. Eugenio Suarez was walked, and Joey Votto,
and it's fouled away.
with a double down the third base line, got it going. And after that, Stock was replaced by Jose Alvarez. The count now at 2-2 after the foul ball. Alvarez, the pitch. Another foul ball down the first base side. This is the biggest moment of the night. Phillies 3, Cincinnati 2 in the bottom of the 7th. Runner at third base. The 2-2 pitch. Foul chopper. Tucker Barnhart staying alive. He is looking for his first hit of the night. He struck out looking and flied out a couple of times in the 4th and 5th innings, respectively. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Alvarez gets Barnhart swinging with the high fastball, and the Phillies keep their lead 3-2. Highlighted by that great performance by Rhys Hoskins. Alvarez is excited, and the Phillies lead 3-2. Out black screen again. This is going pretty too quick. This is going a little quick now. Hold on. All right, the next pitcher for the Cincinnati Reds as we go to the top of the 8th will be Robert Stevenson. Tyler Mahle done after 2 innings of work. With 3 hits, no strikeouts, but no walks and no runs either, and that's important. As the Phillies now lead by a score of 3-2, the Reds got another run on the board. Stevenson, the first pitch to Rhys Hoskins.
An appeal down to first. He did go, says Patrick Johnson, so that's the first strike.
There's an 0-1. Robert Stevenson getting his stats down here on the scorebook.
He knows full well he's sitting
and the
on
count
a
now at
hat-trick
0-2.
right here.
So
All
Stevenson
he's trying
against
to do is
Hoskins,
avoid the
Hernandez, and
golden
Segura
sombrero.
trying to keep this a 3-2 game. The 0-2 pitch is a fly ball foul past the first base side. Stevenson in the 2020 season pitched in 10 games, had no wins and no losses, and an ERA of 9.90. He finished 4 games for the Reds. He pitched in 10 innings, allowing 11 hits, 11 runs. He has walked 3 batters and struck out 13. The 0-2 pitch by Stevenson outside, and Hoskins reaching again, but that'll be the first ball of the at-bat.
Now a fastball taken outside here as it moves it to 2.
And the 1-2 pitch, another called ball, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the attendance at Great American Ballpark, 23,500. As the pandemic cools down, eventually we're going to see fans like this back in the stand celebrating at moments like that. Robert Stevenson striking out Rhys Hoskins. And Hoskins is 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. I believe that's called the golden sombrero, when you're 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts in the game.
Into the box now, Cesar Hernandez.
As we get to the top of the 8th inning, the first pitch to Hernandez is a foul ball that just lands in foul territory before Eugenio Suarez fields the ball. And my mistake on the name. The 0-1 pitch as a changeup that just gets in the zone on the outside corner, count at 0-2. Hernandez 1 for 3 with a single in the second inning, a fielder's choice in the third, and a fly out to left field in the 6th. The count at 0-2. Stevenson wind up and the pitch. That is a ground ball past the first base side. The Phillies trying to recover what they once had in the first third of this game. And the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. And Stevenson strikes out Hernandez in the top of the 8th. And that brings up Gene Segura, got a base hit in the 6th inning.
Back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings.
The Phillies trying to recover what they once had in the first third of this game when they scored all 3 of their runs. The first pitch to Segura, swing and a miss, strike 1. The Phillies had a solo home run in the first inning. They had an RBI single in the second, and they had a home run in the third inning. But it was like, since that home run, it was like all the energy from Philadelphia shifted to the other dugout, and the Phillies were pushing on Aaron Nola. They were making him throw more pitches than he should. They were getting more guys on base. And soon enough, the Reds got runs on the board, and they're now trailing by 1. The count at 1-1. Nobody on base, top of the 8th inning, the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
He's gone to the well with that pitch 3 times in a row.
And the Reds have only kept on pushing, even if the Phillies brought in relief pitchers. But it looks like they've met their match with Jose Alvarez, as we will see in the bottom of the 8th. The 1-2 pitch outside, that ball getting away from Barnhart. Evens the count at 2-2. Robert Stevenson against Segura. This one a base hit into the hole in the right field.
On the line.
And Gene Segura gets a 2-out single. The Phillies
able to spit on that first line right there, guys. He didn't let the second one
As we'll now go to Scott Kingery with the singles. This guy's 3 for 3 with 3 singles. The exact opposite of what Rhys Hoskins has been going through in this game. Rhys Hoskins, as I mentioned earlier, he is 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts.
Now, Scott Kingery.
And the first pitch to Kingery is a fly ball to left. Jesse Winker is under it, and the catch is made. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and a runner left on. The Philadelphia Phillies hold on to their 3-2 lead, but let's see what Cincinnati has to say about it.
Half of the 8th coming up. It's the Phillies 3 and the Reds 2.
And we are now back, and the Phillies are bringing in a new pitcher, the manager Joe Girardi, saying that Jose Alvarez will be done.
Come on now, and they'll slide into the 7th spot in the lineup following the double
For the day, it will be Sir Anthony Dominguez, number 58. I may or may not have butchered the name on the scorecard, but he'll be the new pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies, and will face off against Aristides Aquino. First pitch is foul ball. Chopper down the first base side. Not a member of the 2020 roster. The first pitch is an 0-1. And a check swing by Aquino on a pitch under the zone evens it up at a ball and a strike. So David Robertson and Victor Arano are the 2 pitchers in the bullpen. We're trying to find these stats for Sir Anthony Dominguez. 3-0 with an ERA of 4.01 in 27 games in 2019. And the 1-1 pitch upstairs, 2 balls and 1 strike.
Just missed with that heater, but even if he
29 strikeouts in 24 and 2/3 innings. The count at 2 balls and a strike. It'll be Aquino, Senzel, and Winker in the 8th. And the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes after the called second strike.
So Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that count?
David Robertson and Victor Arano
action pitch right here, 2-2. Last thing you want to do is
are the 2 guys in the bullpen for the Phillies, and the count is now full at 3-2. The score right now, the Phillies 3, the Cincinnati Reds 2.
You can't afford to be giving out.
And the payoff pitch is a fly ball going into the center field. Kingery is under it. Scott Kingery will make the catch
There, and he has it for the first out.
for out number 1 here in the bottom of the 8th.
Now batting, the center fielder, Nick Senzel.
And Nick Senzel will now walk up to the plate. So it looks like both of those pitchers are not in the 2020 roster. David Robertson, 7 appearances, 0-1 with an ERA of 5.40. Victor Arano in 3 games went 1-0 with an ERA of 3.86. And the first pitch to Senzel out of the zone, 1-0. Jose Alvarez finishing with 2/3 of an inning with a strikeout. And the 1-0 pitch is strike one looking. Robert Stock finishing with a third of an inning. 1 hit, 1 run, 1 walk, and struck out about it.
Bases are empty, 1 man.
Aaron Nola's possible win is still intact. The Phillies lead 3-2 in the bottom of the 8th. The 1-1 pitch upstairs.
Fastball got
2
away
balls
from
and 1
there. It's
strike.
ball 2.
Nobody on base is 1 out. In the bottom of the 8th, the swing and a miss evens it up at 2-2.
MO coming out of the bullpen.
Senzel, the base hit in the 4th inning, struck out in the 2nd, and grounded out in his last at-bat in the 6th. A 2-2 pitch. A slider out of the zone, full count once again for Sir Anthony Dominguez. And the windup and the payoff pitch from Dominguez. Swing and a miss, strike 3, made him reach on that
Outside the strike zone for out number 2.
Wow,
pitch outside the strike zone for out number 2 in the bottom of the 8th inning.
That pitch wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he still swung.
Well, bring up Jesse Winker, the left fielder.
Stepping in.
A sacrifice fly by him to left field drove in the first run of the game. First pitch is strike 1 called.
A hit and 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame.
He is 1 for 2 with a ground out, a base hit, and an RBI with the sacrifice fly in the 6th inning. And the 0-1 count from Dominguez, the windup and the pitch, fly ball. This one going into short left. Running after it is McCutcheon, and he is going to make the catch. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Sir Anthony Dominguez, and the Phillies will keep their 3-0 lead as we go to the top of the 9th inning.
3-2. We're going to have a conference at the home plate area.
And now
so
the
it would
Cincinnati
appear that
Reds
we'll see a
manager
double
David
switch
Bell
here.
is going to call for a new pitcher. Robert Stevenson done after an inning, 1 inning, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts. Here is number 39, Lucas Sims, who will pitch the 9th.
Will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch.
And is now going to go into the number 9 order in the number 9 spot in the order. So we have Michael Franco, what I assume to be Sir Anthony Dominguez, and Bryce Harper.
First offering on its way.
And the first pitch
Late swing, but he's still
to
able to get a lot of this
Michael
one out
Franco
to a
is a
deep
very
right
well hit
field.
ball. This one going right near the
He will
warning
make
track,
the
right in
catch
front of
here
the
on
Reds
edge of the
bullpen
warning
and right.
track as he was just
And
able to
Aristides
get back
Aquino
there and
makes the
put it
catch on the
away
first
for the
pitch
first
for out
out.
number 1 in the
The
9th.
center fielder, Adam Hazley.
Lucas Sims, he pitched in 20 games for the
Into the box.
Reds in the
Adam
2020
Hazley,
season. He was
as
3-0 with an
he'll
ERA
get
of
his first opportunity in this one.
2.45, striking out 34 batters, walking 11 in 25 and 2/3 innings. So here is
Now, it's
Adam
on the way.
Hazley, who will hit in the 9th
Away
spot.
there, 1 ball, no strikes. Sims, a 25-year-old. This is his first year at the big league level.
Pitched in 67 games for the Phillies in the 2019 season. First pitch is a ball.
The 1-0.
And the windup and the 1-0 pitch to Hazley, number
Offered at it,
40.
missed for the first strike. And now a right-hander's begun to loosen up in the Cincinnati bullpen.
With 1 out here in the 9th, the Reds have a couple pitchers in the bullpen, excuse me there.
1-1.
But it is unclear whether they will be used at this point in the game. The count now at 2 balls and a strike. Hazley in 2020, he played in 40 games with a batting average of .278, 22 hits, 7 runs, 13 RBIs.
To 2-2 now.
In those 40 games, he's used mainly as a pinch hitter, just like in this situation.
1-run
At this
game here in
moment,
the
2
top
balls
of
and
the
2
ninth.
strikes. Lucas Sims on the mound against Adam Hazley, the pinch hitter for Aaron Nola in the 9th spotter for Sir Anthony Dominguez. The count now full at 3-2.
Looked like he tried to
For
elevate
Bryce
a
Harper.
fastball on that 2-2 pitch there, but kind of overdid it. With a pitch that high, it's pretty easy to lay off.
Currently
if
waiting
you're a
on
hitter.
deck. Payoff
Early
pitch. That
swing
one a
there as he
foul.
pulls it
Past the
foul to the right side.
first base side. The Phillies looking to add to their 3-2 lead before
Swing and a miss here.
finishing off the inning, and the payoff pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3 throughout number 2.
Real good example of a pitcher continuing to make a guy chase.
And for the 5th time today, we will now go to the top of the order.
You don't have to come inside. the
And
strike
Bryce
zone.
Harper for
You can just
Philadelphia.
expand further and
Harper
further
started all
until
this
he
with a
literally
solo
can't
home
touch
run
it.
in the first inning. And in his next few at-bats,
Next to dig in will
he
be
flew
Bryce
out, he
Harper.
popped out, he flew out.
He'll look at a fastball
And he grounded
too
out.
high for ball 1. He comes into
In the
this
second,
appearance in the
5th, and
midst of a
7th innings
1-for-4
respectively.
day.
First pitch of ball 1. And the crowd jeer a little bit towards Harper. That's going to be something that Joe Girardi is going to be asked, as well as a couple of these Phillies players, what's up with the collapse in the middle
Pitching
half of
isn't
the
always
game.
about getting everyone out. Sometimes it's about being
That
smart,
led to the
knowing
Reds
when to
coming
pick your
back
battles. He's been really
in the
careful
middle
with this
innings.
hitter so far, and rightfully so.
And into the 6th and 7th innings. That led to those guys getting on base. The 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. It's a question that's going to go, not mainly to the Phillies hitters, but the more Joe Girardi, the Phillies pitching coach, and definitely
3-1 now.
Aaron Nola. The count 3-1. Trevor Bauer. Currently online for the last 5 innings and 8 strikeouts. And the 3-1 pitch, a foul ball. It's Lucas Sims who's on the mound. Excuse me, I thought that was Bauer for a second. Lucas Sims, another full count, this time against Bryce Harper. With 2 outs in the top of the 9th, the Phillies lead 3-2. The payoff pitch, that's a ground ball past the first base side. The count stays full at 3-2. And Sims gets the side from Tucker Barnhart. Full count. Wind up in the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. And that's going to end the 9th inning. Lucas Sims throwing a 1-2-3 inning. This is the chance for the Reds to make it a brand new ball game and to possibly walk it off here in the bottom of the 9th inning as they trail by 1. So a new pitcher for the Phillies, and it's David Robertson.
David Robertson.
Standing in.
Will face off against Freddie Galvis.
Things out against David Robertson.
It'll be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters.
In this one.
So if the Reds are able to get to Suarez and Votto and Peraza, that's going to be a good sign for them in this inning.
From the stretch, here's the pitch.
And the first pitch is a fly ball right near the line in left field. Andrew McCutchen is under it. And just like that, we have the first out of the bottom of the 9th.
Now batting.
David Robertson in 7 games. He is 0-1 with an ERA of 5.40. He only pitched in 6 2/3 innings in the 2019 season.
Now for the Reds, Philip Irvin.
As 2019 was his last season in the majors. He pitched for the New York Yankees for the majority of his career. That's where most people remember him. He was also a reliever for the White Sox and was very productive in his 2 seasons with them. And the first pitch to Philip Irvin.
1 out, nobody on.
They strike 1 looking. And the windup and the 0-1 pitch evens the count up at 1-1. Phil Irvin currently plays for the Seattle Mariners. He played 19 games for the Cincinnati Reds before he ended up playing for Seattle, where he played 18 games for them. And the 1-1 pitch under the zone and inside 2-1. Phil Irvin, the game-time run. Currently holding the baseball bat right now. He started playing for the Reds in 2017, was traded to the Mariners midseason.
Here it comes.
And the 2-2 pitch, swing.
There, 2-2.
Or the 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. He was playing for the Mariners. Now he's playing for the Cubs. And he'll play for the Chicago Cubs in the 2021 season. The 2-2 pitch by Robertson, not with a fly ball. Foul past the first base side. So Irvin
Bases are empty, 1 man out.
is the hitter. The 2-2 pitch, another foul ball.
2-2.
Eugenio Suarez on deck. He was walked in the 7th against Robert Stock. Robertson looking for the save. The 2-2 pitch, getting the sign from Real Muto. Another foul ball. Phil Irvin keeping the Reds alive with one out here in the bottom of the 9th. Nobody on base. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Robertson in the stretch. The windup and the pitch outside. Full count with the breaking ball. Now Robertson gets the full count bug here as the Reds have been taking advantage of that from the 4th inning onwards. That's how they were able to get guys on base and eventually runs on the board. They have been using, less using, but more or less looking at the pitch counts rising. This is the payoff pitch, gets over the glove of Hoskins, and Phil Irvin will get a base hit with one out here in the 9th inning. A very well hit ball just gets over the glove of the first baseman, Rhys Hoskins, and the Reds have the game-tying run at first base in the bottom of the 9th. Now here's Eugenio Suarez. He led the team in 2020 in home runs with 15. Also led the team in RBIs with 38. The Phillies lead by 1 in the bottom of the 9th. The Reds have been taking advantage of the Phillies' pitch counts, and that's how they were able to get guys on base and get Aaron Nola out after 6. First pitch is a ball under the zone. And the 1-0 pitch. And outside 2-0. Pitch recognition has been key, and no one has shown a better example of that than Suarez. His last 2 at-bats have resulted in full counts. First is a strikeout, and the latest one a walk. This one a 2-0 pitch. This one a fly ball. This one's going back. Did Eugenio Suarez just walk it off? Yes, he did. And Eugenio Suarez has just hit a 2-run walk-off home run. And the Reds have completed the comeback. They were trailing 3-0. And Eugenio Suarez, he leads the league with 15 home runs. I apologize that was not a famous call. But remember, this is just practice. And the game is now over. The final score, the Cincinnati Reds 4. And the Philadelphia Phillies 3. Lucas Sims with the win. David Robertson with the loss. That one a very deep drive, and that one is gone. That falls right around the same part where Rhys Hoskins just hit a moonshot. And the Reds very satisfied with themselves. The Phillies had the first 3 innings. The Reds had the final 6. And it ends in a Cincinnati victory. Eugenio Suarez, the player of the game, as he should be. And that is going to end it off here. Again, the final score, Cincinnati 4, Philadelphia 3 on an amazing comeback.
You're probably going to be the player of the
As we
game.
take a look at this
That was
final
a
swing
clutch
right
swing of
here.
the bat,
Oh,
and
I'd
he'll
love
be
to own that
high
card
on
right
that
there.
one for a
But yeah,
while,
that is going to
I'm
end it here for
sure.
the MLB simulation broadcast on easily one of the best endings so far that we've had here for the series. My name is Payne, and I will see you next time.